like he's criminalized. And I think that people are really invested in the commodification and the exploitation of the black penis, the black male penis. There's a real thing, like an investment in terms of the way that that is restricted and feared and commodified and beloved, that black men are not allowed to have sexual identity. The other day I was reading that, which makes perfect sense. I was reading that because I'm doing research on the construction of slave ships for some writing that I'm doing. And I read that black men would be brought from the bottom to the top of the ship and sexually violated. Why has that never made its way into our history and our conversations? And then I think about it, I think, of course that was the case, right? Like the ways that they were positioned as breeders, of course they were violated by white men who are very attracted to them and their perceived virility and their sexual, of course they are, and white women. So how come we've never had this conversation? How come we don't talk about sexual violation of our young black boys? Why is that never a conversation that we have? So, yeah, there's something there. I feel like when we talk about intersections and power, I think that we assign more agency and power to black men within the area of sexual expression than is appropriate, and it actually prevents black men, gay and straight, and all of the areas, the whole sort of spectrum of sexuality. Black men aren't even allowed to have a vocabulary around it and have a language around that, and that's a real thing. And that's a real problem. If I go, and that's why also I call myself a part-time feminist, because if I bring that into some feminist circles, black or white, women without a critical race analysis will feel as though I am not being a good feminist. To talk about like young black boy vulnerability and also the agency that's taken away from black men in their sexuality. So, yeah.
I love what you said about not having language, because I think that's one of the challenges with having conversations. Because even when I've done historically work around this, that's been where, even in groups where people can be perceived as being hostile or not responsive or homophobic or whatever, part of what I watch them doing is struggling for language. How do I have this conversation? That's not allowed. I remember once in a workshop where a young woman, when we started talking about this, and I said, and then she just kind of said, I'm not sure. She says, I don't even know what I really feel about this, because I've never been allowed any other language that I'm supposed to think is bad, I'm supposed to think it's negative. So she says, I don't know that I've ever freely come to my own thinking about this. And I thought it was the most honest, refreshing thing I've ever heard in a workshop. She said, and she said she was grateful to the opportunity for us to be in this conversation, because she said, I feel like it's a person I can really start to unpack about what do I understand, what do I know, what I feel, and that I was giving them an opportunity to say, there's lots of different ways you could talk about this and interrogate this and, feel about this. And she was like, and then she just said, I don't even know how I feel actually, because I've never been allowed any options besides I'm supposed to follow a pattern. And then she then went on to say, even about her own sexuality, said, my sexuality is I'm supposed to follow, I'm on a plan. Mm-hmm. I'm born and I'm gonna, my parents' home, I'm gonna meet some guy, have some kids, and that there's an expectation that's gonna be my life. It's just I've never been allowed to think outside of that expectation. So she said, even for my own sexuality.
Doesn't even have a language for her own sexuality. Well, black people, if we don't own ourselves.
That's what she then said.
We're still on the journey to even trying to own our own selves, right? So if we don't own ourselves, so this conversation, again, about us being especially homophobic makes no sense, because we don't even own ourselves. And again, the language around our sexuality and our sexual expression, we don't even have a vocabulary, And who brought this to mind for me really clearly is actually my daughter. Mm-hmm. Because one of the things that she underscored was there was an incident, I guess, a particular incident where a young sort of like black, I think it was a man. No, it was a young black woman from like the inner city in the U.S. And it has a bit of a profile. I don't remember the star's name, the person's name, but they had said something and everybody said, oh, she's ignorant and homophobic. And then my daughter said to me, you know what, Mama, I think that's classism. I don't know that she's homophobic. I just know that she doesn't have the language or the words, right? So she's a very easy target because she puts sentences together in a way that we won't accept. And we shouldn't. Like, the ideas are all bad, but the targeting of her, right? What's going on there with the classism there? So yeah, we can't actually have conversations where we're respectful, where we're not homophobic, where we're not, like, if we don't even have a vocabulary to use, we need to get a working vocabulary first. And then, like, as to your point, like, we need to own we don't even have a vocabulary for our own bodies. So how are we talking about other people's bodies and other people's sexual preferences? And even in the history of us, like, what we know about ourselves is so narrow. So like I say, just the other day, coming across that research, I thought, that's really interesting. How come that was kept out of our history? How these men were marched up to the deck, how these men were violated, you know? Mm-hmm. Like, how did we not get that? It's really troubling. I am starving and I have to go. I want to figure out, I want to send you the work of someone. He is a dock maker. He's about to do a